Today I'd like to introduce you to the Fall Flyway Festival Birding Challenge. The goal of this challenge is to find 3 types of birds during fall migration, which is happening now and extends all the way into October. And now I'm going to give you clues on how to find each of those 3 types of birds, and the clues are all going to be plant-based, because Fall Flyway Festival is all about learning about the incredible native plants that help support birds. And the first clue is to look for American beech trees. So beech trees have really smooth bark, they have leaves that look like this, and they're often found in shaded forests. Now, beech trees produce beech nuts, which the first target species for the challenge really likes to go after, and that's the tufted titmouse. The tufted titmouse is a gray bird with a crest that often hangs out in flocks with Carolina chickadees, and this time of year, there's often other birds hanging out with them as well. They can be quite noisy, but if you look in beech trees and water oaks, because they like acorns too, you might be able to find a tufted titmouse. The second target bird for the challenge is a thrush. Now the goal is to find a Swainson's thrush, but any thrush will count. Swainson thrushes are coming in very large numbers through Georgia right now, but there's a whole diversity of thrushes that can be found in the state. Some of the migratory species are Swainson's thrush, gray-cheeked thrush, wood thrush, veery, but you might be surprised to know that eastern bluebirds and American robins are also thrush species. And you should be looking for these thrushes in Florida dogwoods. So dogwoods are commonly planted in yards, but they're also growing in our forests, and they're producing fruit right now, and this fruit is a great food source for thrushes and other bird species. Now, dogwoods can be identified by their unique leaf vein patterns. So the veins are the little lines in the leaves, and they start at the bottom and they go and point towards the tip of the leaf on dogwoods. That's one way that you can identify them and be on the lookout for a thrush. The final target species for the challenge is the Chestnut-sided Warbler. This is perhaps the most difficult bird to find. It's a small songbird that hangs out mid-story to canopy oftentimes looking for insects. And that's why it likes to hang out on the box elder. This is a type of maple tree often found in low-lying areas. You can identify it by looking at its growth pattern. It's a maple, so it has opposite stem growth here. And it has leaves that are actually leaflets because they're made of multiple little parts of the leaf, often mistaken for poison ivy. They have 3 to 5 leaflets. And yeah, this tree likes low wet areas, and so you can look for the Chestnut-sided Warbler in box elders. You can see these leaves have lots of holes because they have lots of insect activity, which is what Chestnut-sided warblers are looking for as they're making their way south. So this bird, this time of year, the plumage looks different than in the spring. They look like they've been dipped in some yellowy gold dust, and they have wing bars, so little white marks on the wings, and they often have a really nice strong eye ring, a white little circle around the eye. So get out, try to find some box elders and other trees and look for the Chestnut-sided Warbler. And there you have it. Get outside, look for those unique native plant species, and try and find those 3 types of birds. And I hope you complete the Fall Flyway Festival Birding Challenge. You can tag us in social media if you do, tell your friends. But yeah, most importantly, get outside and enjoy fall migration. Happy birding.